Hello. So I just wanted to make a video here, real quick about the Video Game Awards tomorrow, and then I'm gonna stream a little bit of Spider-Man Remaster, and might get back into also playing a little bit more of Immortals: Phoenix Rising. But I just want to talk about the Video Game Awards real quick because they're tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Um, I'm not big into the Video Game Awards when it comes to watching. A lot of times I don't really watch the Video Game Awards myself that much. Just usually a lot of times I'll just kind of look afterwards to see what has been announced because I'm not big in terms of what wins what, because a lot of times games that are announced or that are nominated for awards out of games I don't even care about per se. And when it comes to like Game of the Year, I think it should be Ghost of Tsushima. I think The Last of Us 2 story, I never played the game, but from hearing about what happened and everything, I'd say the story was complete and utter trash in The Last of Us 2 and really betrayed the characters in that game. So yeah, I think it should be I think it should be Ghost of Tsushima. The game had an amazing score, good story, best graphics I've seen on a PS4 game, and just an overall amazing game. But like I said, I'm not big into the award aspect, even though it's the Video Game Awards. I'm more into what's going to be announced. There's always new announcements at the Video Game Awards, getting new games shown, as well as kind of updates on certain games. And last year, it seemed like not a lot was really shown at the Video Game Awards. But at the same time, it kind of made sense last year because it was kind of a transition year in a sense because the current consoles at the time, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, were kind of towards the end, before PlayStation 5 and now Xbox Series X came out, and or Series X. Get confused with the names all the time on Xbox, but that's another topic. And then so really that only left kind of Nintendo last year, and Nintendo is kind of weird, so they're always hard to predict in the first place. But Nintendo's had a slow year this year, and they have a lot of games you could say that maybe we know of, but could use updates. Stuff like Metroid Prime 4. We haven't heard anything about that for a while. We're kind of overdue for a new Mario 3D game to be announced because it's been a while by Nintendo standards since the last 3D Mario game. We've had some 2D ones, with like Mario Maker 2 and stuff, but really haven't had any brand new 3D Mario games since Odyssey back in 2017, late 2017. And the fact that we haven't had anything announced by it. Microsoft, I never expect much from Microsoft because Microsoft, their games are crap. And all they really have is Halo and Gears of War and Forza Horizon. And the last we saw of Halo, it didn't look good at all. It looked more like a PS3 game or something graphically. So Xbox, I'm not really expecting anything from. Nintendo, like I said, I feel like we could use some updates on some of the games, but they're always hard to predict. For Nintendo, I'm just kind of hoping that we'll get something that's somewhat major, even if it's not something I personally am interested in, such as I'm not a big Metroid Prime fan, never really played them, never really were interested in them. But I think if they gave us an update on the fourth one, that would be considered something big. I just want something from Nintendo that can constitute as not being like a small little thing. And basically, when I say that, I think of like a new IP update on Zelda, just really anything that's not just like a Smash Brothers DLC. If it's just Smash Brothers DLC or something, I would consider that not big at all. So I just hope we get something like that. But I don't know if we will or not. I kind of feel like Nintendo might save that for next year. I could maybe see getting Breath of the Wild 2, getting like another teaser, since we haven't seen anything about it for about a year and a half now, since E3 2019, when they surprised people with the first teaser. So I could see that, but at the same time, I kind of feel like Nintendo might save that till February, when we get to the 35-year anniversary for Zelda. So in terms of Nintendo, I could see, like I said, that's getting Breath of the Wild 2, but I'm kind of 50-50 on that in terms of if we'll see anything or not. So so I don't really have any predictions, honestly, for Nintendo or for Microsoft. Sony, on the other hand, I have a couple predictions. And as well as just like third-party stuff. So I'm going to start with third-party. It's been, I'm not sure exactly how long, but it's been a little bit since we got the Spyro remake trilogy on PlayStation 4 at Xbox One. So yeah, it's been a little bit since that, year, 2 years, something like that. I'm not sure exactly. I want to say it's closer to 2 without looking, but yeah, it's been a little bit since that. And like Crash Bandicoot, it got a remaster. They both did. Crash Bandicoot has now had a Crash Bandicoot 4 game that came out a few months ago, and so I kind of feel like it could be time for Activision to announce a Spyro 4 because they're both similar in that, the 3D platformers from like the PlayStation 1 era that got remasters or trilogies, and one has had a new game and the other hasn't. So I could definitely see Spyro 4 being announced officially for next year release. So I'm going to say that Activision does that we get some sort of Spyro 4 trailer, even if it's just a small tease saying, coming 2021 or something, even if it doesn't, have a date, and even if it doesn't say spring or fall or winter or anything, if it just says simply 2021, it's a 30-second teaser or something. I can see that. So that's the third party. There are a few things I've already heard that we should be getting. I heard we're going to get a Fall Guys Season 3 announcement. I have never played Fall Guys. I don't really know much about it. Never heard of Fall Guys, actually, until it came out, and then all of a sudden I started hearing about it a lot. So I can't say much on that, but I do think, or I have heard we're going to get a Season 3 trailer on that. So then it leaves just Sony. So Sony, I feel like there's a few things they could show. I feel like we could get another Ratchet and Clank trailer. I feel like maybe God of War, maybe Horizon Zero Dawn, or Horizon Forbidden West first gameplay. But I think the most likely is, I think we'll for sure going to get a Ratchet and Clank release date, because Ratchet and Clank was said to be a launch window game for PS5, which usually means in the first, I think, 6 months or something, which if you go by that would put it at worst being a late April game. And then also from what they did show Ratchet and Clank, it just looks like it's pretty far in development. And then there's also been some advertisement on like billboards and buses and stuff. And I think Germany, seeing Ratchet and Clank on billboards and buses and stuff. So it just kind of feels like the marketing for that is kind of ratcheting up a little for that. So I think we'll get a Ratchet and Clank official release date, and I think it will be a March game. So yeah, I think we'll get a new trailer for that and the release date of March. Then that's the thing I'm the most sure about. I could maybe see God of War or maybe Horizon. Out of those two, I think Horizon's more likely, because I honestly think Horizon's closer. I think Horizon will be a late 2021 game, and I think God of War, considering we haven't seen anything at all other than like basically a little title, I think God of War will end up being pushed back to 2022, even if it's an early 2022 game. Plus, Horizon came out about a year before God of War, so because of that too, I would think it's been in development a little bit longer, and it's probably closer to being finished than God of War is. And so, yeah, I think we could see Horizon Forbidden West gameplay for the first time, because we got the announcement trailer. On that, though, I'm kind of leaning towards that we won't. Kind of like on 30% that we will, 70% we won't. But Ratchet and Clank is the one I'm sure of. God of War or Horizon, like I said, I'm about 30%. God of War, I'm really low. I'd say like a 10% chance. So basically, the only thing I really expect from the Video Game Awards is Ratchet and Clank release date, and kind of leading towards a Zelda teaser. That's about it. Anything else I think will be kind of a surprise, and I'll take what we get. I'm just hoping it'll be better than last year when we didn't really get anything that interesting shown at the Video Game Awards. So that's kind of my thoughts on the Video Game Awards in terms of what new games will be shown / updates. So yeah, just if you like this video, subscribe as always, and leave your comments below. What are you hoping to see / what do you think we'll see at the Video Game Awards when it comes to the announcements? I did hear something like 15 announcements. I don't know if that's total or if that's new announcements, because like I said, some of the stuff might be games we haven't seen at all, and some of it could be stuff that we've seen, such as Ratchet and Clank, but like an update on it. So I'm not really sure. there's a few other possibilities. We could maybe see a Silent Hill for PS5. Not sure if that will happen or not. I kind of thought that would happen back before PS5 came out, so I don't really know. It's interesting too because, like I said, first, these new systems just came out. PlayStation didn't do a PlayStation experience this year for like 30 in a row after they started doing that for a couple years in December. And at one point I thought maybe they would, just because I thought, it'd be a good way to kind of, a month or so after release, kind of give an update on what to expect from 2021 type of thing. So yeah, the other possibility, actually I kind of did forget about this, is Kena Bridge of Spirits, which looks like a really good game. It's made by a independent developer. I'm not usually big into independent developer games, but it looks really good. It was supposed to be originally a launch title game, and it was going to get a physical release later on, but it ended up not, and so it wasn't just going to be digital only on launch day, but it ended up getting delayed till what was said early 2021. Then there was also some rumors that it could be delayed even more, but because that hasn't been confirmed and we just know early 2021, I'm going to say that we get some sort of Kena Bridge of Spirit update on its release date for early 2021. I could see that maybe being a February game and be out a little bit before Ratchet and Clank in what I think will be March, maybe even February, but I'm going to say more likely that Kena will be a February game. It'll be interesting too. Just one last thing. It'll be interesting with, I don't think it'll be shown here, and things are going okay. Hope things are going okay with you, Tristan Peterson. But one other thing that will be interesting, like I said, I don't know if it'll be shown here, is Gran Turismo 7. We got the announcement of that back when PlayStation 5 first started showing games and stuff in like June. But it's been said it was delayed because at one point there was talk about it being perhaps in that launch window. Now it's sounding like it's going to be later. Late 2021, maybe middle 2021. I don't know. Maybe 2022. It's hard to say. So I don't know if we'll get an update on that or not. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say we get something with Gran Turismo next year in terms of an update. So yeah, just to recap, I think we'll get a Kena Bridge of Spirit official release date, a Ratchet and Clank trailer with an official release date, and I think we'll get something with Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, even if it's just like a 30-second teaser saying stay tuned 2021 or something like that. So I really only have about 3 or 4 games that I would say I'm pretty confident on, and the rest is just kind of possibilities, and there could be some surprises, but yeah, we'll see. But like I said, the video game's at 4 o'clock tomorrow. What I might do, but I'm not sure, is I like I said, I don't usually watch the Video Game Awards too much. I'll probably somewhat multitask. And what I mean is the Video Game Awards that start at 4, I think I heard they're supposed to be 2.5 to 3 hours. So they'll probably end around 6:30, maybe 7, somewhere around there. I plan on watching Monday Night Football, or not Monday, Thursday Night Football tomorrow, which starts around 5:20. So what I'll probably do is maybe for the first hour or so that the Video Games Awards on, maybe kind of have that in the background and maybe stream something. And if some sort of big news breaks while I'm streaming, maybe talk about that and pause what I'm playing. And then when it gets to around the time for the football game to start, I'll probably stop my stream, maybe start up a second one while I'm watching the game, and again have the in the background while I'm watching football, the Video Game Awards, and again, if anything breaks, kind of pause the football game and talk about that. So I might do something like that. Might do a kind of combination of, like I said, a couple streams, one with playing while I'm watching in the Video Game Awards in the background. Like if I hear anything, stop it and talk about it. If there's a trailer for something interesting or whatever, no matter if it's a surprise or if it's a confirmed release date, and kind of same thing with football and the Video Game Awards, since the football game will be on for an hour or so during the Video Game Awards, maybe an hour and a half. But yeah, that's kind of my plans. If anything really big happens, like if Sony really surprises us and shows both a Horizon trailer and a God of War trailer, which I don't think is likely, But if we get like both of that or something, then maybe I'll do a following video after the Video Game Awards where I talk about that a little bit more in depth on my thoughts. But that's about it. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'm gonna end the stream, and I think I'm gonna hop on the Spider-Man remaster here in just a couple of minutes if you want to watch that while I'm playing, or even later on if you don't catch these things live. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, and later.